Beforehand, not so much.
Right. Before I'm here, not always ready. When I am here.
Before you're not always ready.
Right.
It's not always ready.
Right.
But once you're always ready,
But then I'm ready.
then you are ready.
Absolutely.
Then you're always ready.
Makes perfect sense.
Makes sense.
All right, should be all good.
Excellent. Hello, everyone. What's
Late
up?
start.
How are we doing? Let me. I'm gonna pull up the Rumble, and we're just gonna double check that we are connected and live with sound.
Sound helps.
Sounds good.
Cool. We have sound.
We got sound in there. We got sound right here.
There's sound.
Excellent.
You might want to check the connection settings in the Google Home app.
You know what, Google? I think we're okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Weave-Blight. We, of course, were experiencing some technical difficulties, therefore we are starting at 6 tonight instead of 5, but hey, we are here. I'm going to blame it on the technical difficulties and not the fact that the DM walked through the door 5 minutes ago. That could have something to do with it, too. But you may notice that we are short-staffed, or down a handful.
Short-playered.
Short-playered, yes.
Earlier we were short-staffed.
Short friends. We just don't have friends. That's a lie. We have many friends. Unfortunately, many of them, of course, life does the things, and we have this talk every week. So we'll spare all the details and just let you know that...
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help.
Google
to learn a few
is
things you can do.
gonna give a
Continue in
free
the Google
advertisement.
Home app.
Yes.
Hey, stop.
Hey, Google.
Google, I'd appreciate it if you paid us if you're going to advertise.
Yeah.
But just want to extend the sentiment that the people who are not here wish they could be, but they are out doing things that they were pre-conflicts and or trying to get their lives together, which is totally fine. Hope to see them here in the near future. We wish them our best, and they wish us our best as well. So.
I
That's
get
right.
dressed up today. As my voice doesn't work. I didn't get dressed up today
You're still
because
beautiful. It's fine.
Technical difficulties.
I was getting the internet up and running.
But yeah, totally fine.
I'll take the blame for that because I have a negative electronic karma.
That's all good.
It's no.
Computer's
It's
not
something
hooked
I
up to
needed
Wi-Fi,
do.
so then it's like, we'll reset it, and then that
It's like,
becomes
oh,
an
he's
adventure.
in too close proximity. Crash
I
the
just
whole thing.
yeah. Well, no. I was trying to do a quick reset, and I instead of just resetting quickly, I ended up doing a full reset and wiped all the Wi-Fi information off that. So I had to then go to the admin server and reestablish all the Wi-Fi. But now the Wi-Fi is reset up, so it's good.
Now we got some fresh Wi-Fi.
And then I had to reconnect all of
You
our
can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
everything.
It smells good.
Work hard,
I
yes.
think
Play
it's
hard,
working,
yes.
right? Hey Google, turn off
I
D&D
connected
table.
to the Wi-Fi network.
No.
Sorry, it looks like the DD table isn't available right
So
now.
nothing's working. Right
They're not connected. But I have the remotes.
That one doesn't know what's going on. That one knows what's going on.
I have Wi-Fi
It's
on
fine.
my laptop.
We have Wi-Fi. We have internet. We have Mist.
Yes, we do.
And we have
Rain.
Bloot
Oh.
and Gabloot.
Blut, Geblut. We have rain
Which
over
I
here.
got to finish remaking as we finished our long rest.
Yeah.
I just marked off a long rest.
You marked
Just
off a
missing
long
the
rest.
survey because I already
Did we?
took it.
Yep.
Did I?
Yep, you all got a long.
Did you?
A long
Did they?
rest.
I don't know if he did or didn't,
I
but
don't know. I'll just do it again. We're just starting out.
You got a long rest. You were able to. You were visited. I don't know if you got the recap, but last week the party was traveling further north, away from Party
Oh, that's
Zoom,
right. I did
and the shady dealings and unknown behind the scenes, but very much culty feeling of Party Zoom left them behind a couple days now, and are 2 days north, right up against the south coast of the lake, bank of
South
the
Shore?
lake. Yeah,
Shore.
South Shore?
Sure.
South Shore
South
of the
Jersey
lake.
Shore.
That's it.
They were camping out and were met with a hag just deciding to see what's up and mess
That's
with
a
you all.
nightmare to me.
Nightmare and a unicorn? No. Phantom Steed. Nightmare and Phantom Steed.
Pulling the card?
Pulling the card, yeah. I'm working on it. But they dealt with the hag relatively well, and
Except she took off.
she definitely got away. Which, I mean, she's a hag, just kind of what she does. But aside from that, Yeah, you all were able to sleep through the rest of the night, and you were able to bring back Geblut after he was magic missiled. Unfortunately. We have Low Pal, High Pal, Xylea, Reeg, Rain, and Mist. Blut Geblut. Right up on the coast of the river.
Lake?
Lake. That's the word. One of those words somewhere. Xylo still with no word or way to reach out.
We have a boat.
And you have a boat.
Flippy floppers?
You got a boat. It's,
It is a rowboat in theory.
yeah.
A rowboat it takes 2 people to pilot, and it can hold 2 people. So that gives us 4 people that can get on the boat.
Right.
Now we have 6 people. When we were originally discussing this place, the thought was that this was a bastion from the Blight. Is that we are coming here to find a powerful arcane practitioner who can hold off the Weave-Blight. However, being here, seeing that there's some sort of illusory something around and like kind of squish into the ground that looks like good grass, but I'm guessing makes that squishy sound of the rotten, gross earth.
Yeah. In some places, you're noticing, especially having camped overnight now, you can tell it looks beautiful, like green grass everywhere, but it's just gross and squishy. Actually, both of you go ahead and give me investigation checks now that you've had time to sit with it.
Now that I know
Investigation, huh?
what I'm dealing with.
Yep. I haven't missed a beat.
17.
Yeah, so
7.
everything looks just flourishing with life.
It's fucking beautiful, man.
You hear the sounds of bugs, you're seeing bugs
is.
fly
They are.
around, but the occasion that you have the chance to like try and catch
I
a
don't believe it.
floating like dandelion or something,
I've been in
or
the Blight so long, I don't know what stuff looks
it's
like.
a little crazy, right? Yeah, it's all just gross, but this area looks amazing. You could tell it's not right.
With a 7.
Yes, your eyes are still believing everything around you, but your feet are telling you something different from what you're standing on. Like, it looks like there's firm moss and occasionally like a rock, and you step into it, and it feels like you're stepping into a fern that's wet. Not really sure.
We hope it's fur.
Yeah, you hope. You kind of lift your foot up, and it's just more of like kind of mucusy stuff that comes up off you and will drip back onto the floor. If you find a puddle, that's gunk. But yeah, this place is not as it is seeming. You at least can deduce that. You don't know to what extent, because it still just looks beautiful, amazing out here.
But yes, so our original thought was whatever creature was here could hold off the Blight. But given the illusory magic to the location, I feel that it's more likely that whatever creature here is tied to whatever the hags were possibly doing, where they were trying to expand the Blight. And so instead of going to the middle of the island and going, hey, help us with some information on how to fix this problem, instead, I believe we are going to the middle of the island saying, hey, let us fight you, kill you, and do what we can to stop the Blight.
And eliminate your illusion?
So I feel that we will be dealing with much more hostility than originally intended. Just thought we would make sure we're on the same base with that. But that's probably what we are walking into. I guess rowing into should be
Right.
more adequate.
Accurate? Something.
You know, I mean, for my
Close dose.
Same.
Excuse me.
Also, from where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
we have pretty much determined that what it looks like we've done is literally walked and knocked on the door of like 3 different milestones. Just walked and knocked on the door, and as soon as we heard like footsteps coming to the door to be like, oh, here's your milestone, we were like, oh, there's somebody there, and ran away. It's the best way to describe kind of what we have managed to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we got really close to a few and just haven't.
Well,
So,
then let's go back and fix that.
well,
You want to go back to Partisan? You can do that.
no.
No.
Let's see.
You sure? Sure you don't want to fuck around, Partisan?
Look around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
No thanks.
That's how you get milestones. Sometimes.
You get a milestone out here at the lake.
But yeah, so
Absolutely. Might get up.
who all is getting on the boat? By the way, rowboat is in my my campaign's tub.
Rowboat?
Want that?
This the rowboat?
No, that's the skip.
That's the skid. Oh, I feel the
Rowboat is
rowboat.
the super tiny one that
Yes. Squishy one.
yeah, that can roughly hold 4 people,
So,
but it would be a struggle.
both of you give me perception checks now that the sun is coming up in this area. Kind of see out further on the lake.
3.
Yeah, nothing has changed.
Hmm.
Stick with a 4 on one. Natural
You're not
nine.
sure. The lake is pretty large, but you can see potentially an island out there. Like, just barely on the horizon, there might be trees. It's a ways out to have to row. You can make it. I mean, from about as far as you can see, it might be half a day's rowing. But only 4 of you can go. Yeah, it's up to you guys. As you all are kind of looking at your boat and trying to determine what to do, Xylea says, I can swim.
She can turn into something.
Yeah.
She
That's
has her
basically what
circle
she means.
forms.
Yeah. She could wild shape, and Reeg isn't too heavy. Someone's okay carrying
It
him.
says,
But it's kind of up to you guys.
so she can do a CR1, but she must abide by any other speculations. And according to this, limitations:
She can't swim yet.
no flying, no swimming speed until 4th level. 4th level is no flying speed.
Oh, gotcha.
So at 4th level she can swim, but we are all 3rd.
Gotcha, yep.
So it says
So she can't.
she cannot turn into
Exactly.
something that swims.
Xylea will say, if you're looking for someone who's used to the woods,
She can
I
turn
can
into
keep
something
watch
small.
on the wagon
She could turn into something small and come
and be
along.
carried, yeah.
She
Reeg will
gains-
offer that to low pal and high pal both. They're like, you know, we're just gonna ditch this really amazing wagon that's also storing some stuff for us, or strip everything out of the wagon, put them in the bag of holding, and say fuck it. Also, 2 live horses.
Those is we'll feed.
I would say they're live ones, aren't they?
Yep.
Oh.
We can feed them. Find them,
those
make sure
chickens
they
again.
find. I don't want them grazing, so I don't want them to be hungry. But the vitality cube that I gave them at the end of our long rest, we'll get them until the end of the next long rest.
Absolutely.
We could always have somebody stay here. High pal, low pal could defend. Reek could come along. I don't have a problem with Reek staying, but Reek would fit here. He would be light. He seems to be capable. happen. My concern would be, I don't know him very well. We pretty much just met him. If we go, yeah, you watch the cart and horses and whatnot, they may leave. I would trust high pal, low pal more. Then again, also them being able to be there if there is arcane need. Wish we could just kind of take everybody.
You two are the ones who are here. What you say goes. What you want to do.
I'd hate to leave the wagon completely unattended.
Right. I agree with that.
High pal, low pal. You trust them. They don't mind watching. They're better as a pair. But they're
We'll probably
also
use them, but
strong
I think we ought
caster.
to let them watch that.
Leaving, and we would have to leave either Xylea or High Pal behind.
You said Xylea can
Or High
go
Pal, yeah.
small.
Low
She
pal
can
can
go
go
small.
with.
We can leave. The reason I say that we have to leave either one of them behind is because the ability to they can just focus and see through the eye, right?
Yeah,
So they can kind of see what's going on.
that is true.
Well, low pal stand, so.
So Low Pal can stay. Do you think? I think we should also probably leave the eye with him, so Xylea can
Look back.
look through it. If anything happens, she can alert us.
Low pal and push for high pal to be with him.
Obviously, yeah, we wouldn't leave him alone in case the hag came back. I also feel that the two of them could defend each other probably better than anybody else that can.
Low pal
No.
say, I know how the sleep spell works. It seemed to be that was her poor attempts at trying to get the upper hand on us. And I'll just chill with the horses. We'll chill with the horses, and horses will fall asleep before us.
We can leave 4 vitality cubes here. So at the end of your next long rest, if we haven't returned yet, we consume them at dawn before I create any new ones. And that way the horses will be good for another day. They won't attempt to graze, thus poisoning themselves with whatever's going on.
Sure.
I would also like to take an empty vial. So I know, like, it looks like lush green grass kind of in areas, but then, like, you lift up your foot and there's that mucusy from.
Mhm.
I'd like to go over to the lake
Yeah.
and get a vial of water and remove it from the lake and see if
You
it seems to
remove it from
change.
the lake.
Just a vial. of
It
water.
is beautiful, crystalline clear water. Give me an investigation check.
9.
Cleanest water you've ever seen.
I still wouldn't drink it.
I would like to give the vial to Geblut and have Blut and Geblut both fly up about 500 feet.
Okay.
You can see if it's changed at all. I can watch through Blut's eyes. See
Um,
if getting it out of this proximity if anything changes.
it's
While they're flying up too, I will attune my monocle to be detecting magic.
yeah.
I won't be able to see on that, but
The whole area around you is definitely magic.
do I have
School of illusion.
illusion?
And yeah, they'll fly. That's plenty high enough. They pull it up there, and yeah, it's definitely this putridy green. You can see through it. It's got floaties in it,
Yummy.
like if you've ever cleaned out a fish tank, or you've had a dead fish that sat in a tank for a little too long. Those types of floaties, just gross, nasty water.
So it's best that you avoid the water. And I'll describe to you what I'm seeing, the water just having rot and decay in it. So swimming is best. Avoided. Anyways.
Swimming is best. Copy that.
Avoided.
10-4. Do it.
Is best. Yawn.
Avoid.
Moment. Avoided.
Hey. Miss, please tell me you were going somewhere with that. Avoid it. Okay, sorry. Cool. Just making sure. Just
That pause in the middle there,
making
is
sure.
deceptive.
Yeah. I don't know that yawn just caught me.
Sometimes that happens.
So that's all set. I want to make sure all the lives are running as we get this up. Make sure everything is going as planned.
Let's see.
That's the streaming right there.
Surely. There it is.
Surely not. Do you have it up right now?
What?
The stream?
I do.
On what, Rumble?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Not on anything else right now.
Okay.
There it is. Robot. Excellent. Cool. Good. Also good.
Before we go, I would like to level up.
I bet you would. Considering that probably should have happened before you got here, but you know, that's all good. So, who is rowing you all as you begin to venture out? How about low power hanging back?
I'm capable. Reed is capable, but Xylee is going to be turned into a smaller creature.
The either of some sort, maybe. Chilling.
Reed is probably good at it. You're probably the next best. I'm capable, but I'm not necessarily designed for rowing. I'm probably better at assisting you guys. Giving you stimulants and such.
Probably. Excellent.
Get out of there.
Okay. And, okay. Good to know. Just double checking my encounter charts, making sure that now that you are a few people down, that I won't completely and totally murk you guys.
That's fine. We're only down one person.
Right.
And dead. Dead that we were killing.
He's a person. Dead, alive person.
Dead.
Alive, dead person. All right. You're rowing out. Go ahead and give me strength check with advantage. Whoever is rowing.
I'm guessing it's going to be. So Reed can kind of lead it off if you want.
So, water vehicles, or yeah, I would say just a strength athletics.
With advantage, it's a 14.
14, yeah, not bad at all. Definitely keeping a nice, easy pace. Help and grow with it. Dad, how about you go ahead and give me a D20 for random encounters while you're out here on the Lakey Lake.
Times. All right, my first big number of the night, 17.
17, okay. 17 is good. You're fine. As you're kind of rowing along, you're seeing what look like just beautiful, nice, scaly, lively fish swimming underneath the surface. It seem like they're getting bugs and darting out and away from you. It's actually kind of, if you weren't so sure that something was wrong, kind of like calming and magical in a way. Like, it's really great that you have this insight into this life, except you're pretty sure it's not there. Buzzing sounds of bugs, and the temperature feels really nice. Every now and then, like, just the way that the sun is coming down through the clouds and this kind of like cresting into fall time, you can occasionally see just like beautiful rays of sunlight beaming through clouds down onto the lake. It just feels warm. Dave, how about you go and give me a D20 for your round, right?
A 10.
A 10, absolutely. So, with a 10, you're still seeing the same life. It's just sort of bubbling, clashing around in the water. Schools of fish occasionally look like they're kind of swimming up and swimming away. But all of a sudden, there is a kind of a budge on the boat. Doesn't seem like maybe something big, but it's kind of like multiple thump, kind of rocking around the water. And you're looking down, it's the same thing. Still looks like just beautiful, nice, fresh water.
I'm just going to throw acid. Anytime fish come near the boat, I'm just going to acid splash them.
Give me a perception check, Mist, as you're doing this.
15.
You're noticing toss acid into the water, and the fish will kind of swim up to it, and it looks like when they interact with it, nothing happens to the fish, but they like spaz out and they swim away. So they're reacting, and they seem to notice that this is happening. Give me an insight check.
18.
Almost seems like the fish are curious about it. It's almost like they're feigning that they're being hurt by it, and you'll notice over time that one fish will dart away, and then like 2 or 3 fish will dart back, throw the acid, and those 3 fish will dart away, and then like 5 to 6 fish will come back, and they'll kind of stay a little bit further out, but just kind of like investigate where that acid was. If you throw another one, same thing. It just seems like more and more fish are kind of at the edge of your periphery. Just in time for, I need a dex check from Mist, Rain, Spider, Xylea, and Reed.
Reed has advantage, or not advantage, but has the stimulant. I'd be rolling it on him.
Absolutely.
Since he's the leading the thing. She said dexterity save?
Yes.
So I got an 18. Xylea rolled a 2 in her spider form. Which would be plus 3. So 5 for Xylea. And Reek.
Everything will be on a damn drink.
Well, good. Somebody has to.
Has a 21.
Oh yeah, he's more than fine. So, excellent. You're kind of rowing along, and Rain, you're helping row, and Reed's on the side with the fish, and Miss is kind of looking at the fish, and you and Reed, and you're kind of like leaning up just a little bit to see what's happening. And so everybody's kind of doing this like tilt in that direction, just in time for a thump behind you. And you're holding onto the oar, so you're like, I'm gonna grab that for stability, and just tip right off the side as you splash into the water. And real quick, give me a perception check as you fall in.
I'm out.
Okay.
Bye, man.
Peace out, Hollywood.
Huh?
Peace out.
Who?
Yeah, it's freaking Alex. I'm saying deuces. Goodbye. Good riddance.
See you guys later.
See you later, man.
Alright.
You said perception?
Yes. 14? Great. So, submerged in this, it is murky. It's gross. Absolutely disgusting. And you can see, it looks like there are carcasses of maybe half-eaten fish. Some of these fish appear to have also maybe been, like, zombified at one point, but then are re-dead and rotting because most of their body's missing. All sorts of floaties and grossness. But looking back at your rowboat, you can see just this mass swarm of these tiny, tiny beasts directly underneath your boat. All kind of look skeletal zombie-esque. Just these small, they look like fish, but they're also have like small arms and legs, but very fishy heads and gills. It's going to be initiative.
You don't know that?
I do know that.
Cool. I will be
The rear. Now go ahead and use these ones.
I roll higher on my D6 than I do my D20.
Don't you love it when that happens?
These single-digit D20s really suck.
Oh, dude. Oh no. They do. I'm sorry about that. Alright, grab the initiative cards. You got them? Alright, Miss, what'd you get?
I'm on a 3.
3. Gabaloot immediately follows you. What about Bloot?
Blue is on a 16.
16 for Bloot.
They would be like within 20 feet of the ship, by the way. Oh, no, I'm too far out.
Like so?
Yeah.
Reek? I'm gonna roll for him.
Rig is on 13.
Reek is a 13. Rain?
13.
13 as well. You're here. I'm gonna let you go first. Xylia? 5. And Xylo is not here, along with Locale and High Pow. Which is sad for them, but sucks to suck. And then I have... Blue was a 16?
Yes.
Okay. That'll be necessary then. I gave it the chance. This swarm, large swarm of these tiny humanoid-ish, starting to be humanoid fish, but they're dead, are gonna attack. So, it's gonna go ahead and occupy the same spaces because it can, and it's gonna try and bite you, Rain. You're underwater. Does a 24 hit?
All day long.
Probably, yeah.
He asks a third level character. Come on now.
Well, I mean, come on. I have to ask.
24 Mrs. B.
That's not true at all.
I was gonna say, damn.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. I made a card just so I had it for last week.
Yes, thank you.
I just had the extra one on there. It does 0 points of damage because of his hardness.
Yes.
No. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
That was a quarter of my points. A third of my points.
Swimming around on you, biting you. And that is it for them. So it puts us at Blute.
He's gonna move in and
Yeah.
Oh, Blute, goddamn.
flies over top of him right by near the water, and he will help him. Do the help action so that he has advantage if he wants to climb back onto the boat or
Whatever he's gonna do. Copy that. So helping Rain. Rain, you are up.
Rain says he wants to climb the fuck back on the boat.
Get back on the boat, Heard. Go and give me a strength athletics check. To pull yourself
With
up.
advantage?
Yes, with advantage.
7 or 11. 11, and my athletics makes it a 14.
14, absolutely, yeah. You climb up onto the boat. You are out of the water, dripping in this.
Yuck.
Well, it looks like nice water, but it doesn't feel like nice water. It feels chunky, but it looks nice.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see just beneath the surface this massive swirling fish, and they're like biting at you now. Like now that you've been hit, they just lose their shit, and they're like
Is it piranha?
frenzying now. Yeah.
Undead prawn. Dope.
All right. But that's a move action. What would you like to do? They are right at the surface.
Anyone else still in the water?
Nope. It was just you.
Makes sense. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know.
Don't want to try and just take a swipe at any of them off the edge of the boat. They are frenzying over the edge of the boat. And I mean, they are clustered enough that you know if you swiped your sword through there, you'd at least chunk some.
Sure. Do that.
Aight.
The scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Attack. 10.
10 is a hit.
Amazing. Okay. That'll be 5 points of damage.
5 points. Technically, I mean, you have allies engaged with it. You roll your 1d6 sneak attack with it too.
Double that. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Heard. And just the one attack, or do you have 2 weapon fighting? Can you bonus it and get it with another?
Yeah, you should be able to do like
You can
scimitar, right?
Yeah, standardly you can do it. I just don't know if you add your ability modifier as well. I don't know if we gave you 2 weapon fighting as a
As
feat.
far as I
Two
do have
weapon fighting.
2 weapon fighting. I also have commander strike. I think I'd rather tell somebody else to do something more useful. Unless nobody else can do anything more useful.
You can
You
try.
got Reed there.
Mhm.
Reed could try to possibly.
Yeah. Have Reed freaking
Mhm.
hit some shiznizle.
Let us. He's gonna just kind of like lean to the edge of the boat, and he's gonna like throw a rabbit foot in and try to kick out one of these rabbit or things as it comes out of the water. Launch it.
Big old long
Um,
rabbit feet.
That is a 12.
Absolutely a hit.
Gets a D6 because you did Commander Strike, right?
Yep.
Huh?
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 11 points of damage. He's just waiting for one of the things to come up and just trying to just boot kick it
Punked
as
it.
hard as far as he can.
Yeah, and he gets a few of them. Just scoop long ass rabbit foot, just poof, and they fly out into the air, and you don't see what you saw under the water. he kicks these fish up into the air, and they look like almost these beautiful rainbow trout. Just nice, small little rainbow trout, flipping through the air, splashing in the water. Do not look at all like what was on Dobo. That is it for Rain, which is Reed's actual turn now.
Then we'll do. He's gonna just turn and just kind of motorboat this with his feet. Just, so flurry of blows and his basic attack. So 3 attacks at 1 key point. And we're doing AC 8,
That's a miss, unfortunately.
AC 9,
Also a miss.
AC 10.
That is a hit.
Wow. So your D20s are treating you as well as mine.
For maximum damage, 8 points of damage.
It'll be a pretty quick D&D session if this is how we're rolling. You said 8 points?
8 points, maximum damage. Maximum damage, minimum strikes.
Heard.
And that's one of his 3 key points.
And that was Rain.
Rig.
Oh, sorry, Reek. And then Xylea in a tiny shapeshifted form.
She doesn't have to stay tiny because this boat holds 4. There's only 4 of us.
Oh yeah, she could have just ridden as herself.
So she can just rid of herself.
Yeah.
She's
Whatever
going to right into the center of this swirling of fishes. She's going to throw a 1st level ice knife. Yeah. Is it 16 or is that 15? 16. Weird angle on the die.
Absolutely hits.
So yeah, I rolled a 16, so that's definitely a hit. The one that she hits takes 1 point of cold damage, but then a dex 15 for everything around it.
1 point of cold.
Sorry, 1 point of piercing damage.
Right. But, and then a dexterity save?
Dexterity saving throw from everything within 5 feet of it.
They fail.
So they're going to take 8 points of cold damage. Every single one.
Cold damage heard.
Unless they're a swarm, in which case it doesn't really matter. What's the drop there? What are you doing, Face?
Did I mention that they were swarming?
No. I don't think we said anything about swarming.
That was it for Xylea. Now we are at Mist.
I'm going to I mean, you're out of the water now. You can rest and recuperate quite a bit. If I need to, I will heal you. But I'm going to try and focus and just splash on these things with acid and see if I can burninate them.
Sure.
So I need dex save from 2 of them.
Dex
We'll
save.
take 3 acid damage if they fail.
They failed. So it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
That bloodies them. Any commands for Gabloot?
I will command him to move in and assist Reeg.
Awesome. I need all of you to give me a dexterity save again.
16.
Fine, probably good. 14 for me.
16 good.
Reeg is 25. And Xylea is a 2.
Xylea is a 2. Just going to go out of le boat. Same idea. Real quick, because you guys don't get to see what Xylea sees, and Xylea's not here, so she doesn't know what she can see. But she is okay, as nothing happens to her. That was that. So now, Balut, you are up.
Assist Rain.
Absolutely. And Rain, you're up. Still this massive swirling fish.
Good.
Give me a perception check. yeah, still just, I mean, they're going crazy, bumping into the boat. And almost looks like they're biting and clawing into each other as they climb over each other. But every time you see them surface, they are these beautiful rainbow trout.
I need to get her out of the water.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a strength check as you do that.
You have advantage.
Yeah.
The
And you're kicking ass on it too, which is good.
20.
Boat's kind of rocking like crazy, and you all are kind of doing your best to make sure that it stays upright on the water and nice and easy, because she's a halfling. You grab a hold of her and yank her out. And she's screaming and immediately yelling, "There's more on this side! There's more on this side!" That'll be an action if you wanted a bonus action commander strike or anything like that. Feel free to do so.
Yeah, he needs to kick some more than.
Cool. Yeah, this is advantage. So 15 or 15 is what we're going to go with.
15.
So
definitely
close to
hit.
that 20. But commander strike. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage heard. Okay. And then it's going to go to Reed's turn.
Second flurry of blows on these guys. Hey, that's better. My worst one is 19 that time.
Definitely all of them hit.
Total of 18 damage from 3 attacks.
18 damage. Hurt.
If you need to know, it's 8, 5, and 5.
8, 5.
These things are resistant, what?
Perfect. That's going to be up to Xylea. And she knows they're right beneath the surface on this side as well.
Let's
She does know that other swarm is bloodied.
but there's like kind of like multiple swarms.
Yes.
She's going to. I feel like her best option would be. That. That. Trying to find one that has like a good thing, but every single one of them is just. What does he have? He has that too, right? Screw it. She will wild shape into lion.
To a lion. All right.
And try to, because it has good athletics enough.
Try and maintain swimming.
Well, no, she's not going to try to swim, but she's just going to start clawing at the water.
She's transforming into a large creature on a small ship, rowboat. So does she want to try and maintain being on the rowboat?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to need Rain and Reeg. I want you to make a strength athletics check.
Reeg's small too, by the way.
Yeah. But they're the ones kind of trying to control the rowboat. And you. I want all three of you. Go ahead and give me some strength athletics.
I got a 2.
11.
Because I'm not trying to control the boat. And Reeg At a 14.
11 and 14. Barely managing to keep this thing. I mean, the rowboat is like tilting now up in the water, and you guys are kind of like back to one side of your rowboat as it's like almost tipping from her weight.
I'm just going with what she has on here. Everything she has, for the most part, it's either all bite attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, hold on, no, she has Black Bear. Black Bear has a claw attack too.
Black
And
bear
is
medium. Yeah. They're still beefy, but she could definitely fit as a black
She would do
bear.
the Black Bear, yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking at it, I was trying to find something that didn't have a bite. Because I'm not trying to have her getting
Stick her face in the water.
wrecked by biting stuff, yeah.
Heard?
Well, also just, this stuff's all rotten and dead and
Yeah. Eating. That
doesn't
sort of
make
stuff.
it really get inside.
Oh,
So,
badger.
so it'd be a brown bear. Or, sorry,
Black bear.
Black bear.
That's better. Boat is still struggling, but it's not as bad as if there were a
And
lion.
Lion is large, but it's not as large as like the like a full brown bear or a giant spider is pretty. There's also large, or like a dire wolf. Like,
Right.
A lion is large, but it's like
How does the
naturally
boat
large,
right
not
now?
like dire large.
Right.
And she's going to make a claw attack on it. Attack.
Clawing the swarm on her side, or
Yes.
the bloodied swarm.
She can go for the bloody swarm.
Okay.
It's going to be AC 12
Definitely hit.
for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and give me a
Percentile?
percentile, please.
93.
93. Hello.
I guess you can multi-attack, because multi-attack is one bite, one claw. She doesn't want to bite, so
Just claw.
just claw.
Heard? Probably
That's
the
not
better
claw
call.
bite.
Just claw. Claw bite.
Take the bite out. It's called claw.
Better call.
It's not as good, because it's sort of a like bite claw, but it's not like skilled enough to do like rearing up in the claw. It's not that intense.
Oh, there it is. 93, you said?
Mm-hmm. 93, you said.
I did say that. You're right. Oh, she's rolled out before. She claws in to the water, and then you see she just becomes super sluggish. Slows down already. That is it for Xylia. Mist, you are up. She is now
Oh.
slowed.
The one that's bloodied, if it's just one, I mean, technically,
Yeah.
if the other ones are within 5 feet of it,
Yeah.
I can hit 2, so it's 2 creatures
Mhm.
within 5 feet.
they
Both
can
need a
both-
dexterity save to take 4 acid damage.
The bloody one fails, and the other one succeeds. So,
Bloody one takes 4 points of acid damage.
4 points. Critical. Deep on that word, critical.
And then I will command Geblut to assist Reek.
Assisting Reek, heard. And they will go. We're gonna have one more attempt. Yes, so everybody go ahead and give me dexterity saving throws one more time.
Dirty 20.
20.
Mist got a 19. Reek got a 25. Xylia got 13.
Absolutely. Perfect. So,
It's really good while I'm making my save.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I get knocked off, I'm sinking like a fucking frog.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
I
that's
mean,
50.
half plate.
Yeah.
So, being as I'm in half plate,
There's no swimming option.
You notice the bloodied one, like that side, tries to shove you over again. seemingly not working. The other swarm, you can hear just, and you can actually start to see some of the woods start to like splinter away on the side of your rowboat, and
We
even towards
just
the bottom.
got this shit.
Yep. Yeah. So they are definitely damaging your rowboat currently. But that's it for them. Blute.
Do you need the stats on that?
I have it. Thank you.
Assist Rain.
Assisting Rain. Rain, you are up.
Rain's going to slash at the bloodied swarm.
Slash the bloody swarm.
Parfait. Should bring a parfait for everybody.
Not parfait. It's a bundt cake. It's even
11.
better. 11.
11.
I saw the thing on the screen.
11 still a hit. Absolutely.
Sweet.
Did you bring the bundt cake for everybody?
No.
Is there enough?
Well, technically I did. I just decided to eat it all.
Did I get my sneak attack?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
And that would be 6 points of damage.
Excellent. 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You'd seem to think so. If I could roll better than a 1 out of 2.
They would probably help.
Anything with your bonus action?
I rolled a 2 on my
Alright.
wind resistant.
Command another wacky whack.
Yeah.
Last one.
Command, what's his name? Grieg?
Rieg.
Grieg?
With advantage, it's either 15 or 18. I'll take the 18. Definitely hit.
Yeah.
He's going to do 8 points of damage. Bloodied one.
8 points of damage. And those fish all sort of seem to stop and drift below the water, as the majority of them now have been kicked away on the boat. That's going to bring us to Xyliet.
Rick still gets a turn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was just commanded.
Um,
Rig doesn't get a turn. Fuck Rig.
So
Rig
Rig
gets a
is
turn.
on the holding on to the seat of the ship,
Mhm.
and he's got his legs off and kicks off the last one. Kind of seems to get the last one. He'll do like a handstand, double change his position, drop down off the other side of the boat, and do his third flurry of blows. This one. Worst is a 17.
So they all hit.
20 points of damage from 3 strikes.
20 points of damage from the first
I
one.
don't know if these guys have resistance.
They do if you don't want to give them to me separate.
Oh yeah, no, I can absolutely do it separate. It's 7, 7, and 5. Oh no, sorry, 7, 7, 6.
Heard. Good chunk of damage into him. Xylia is up.
She will claw. Yeah, that's that is a AC 16 for 10 points of damage again.
10 points of damage. Give me that percentile, please.
Max percentile is 54.
4. Okay. Good. That's it for Xylia. Mist, you are up.
I mean, it seems to be working well enough. Actually, let's see how. No, I don't know that. We're going to. Yeah, just acid splash. There's a lot of them, so it just makes sense. If he knew they were undead, he'd possibly do something different, but I'll just try to acid splash. So I need dex save from 2 of them.
Dexterity saving throw.
1.
It's just the one, and it fails horribly.
2 points of acid damage.
2 points of acid damage that it takes. It is staggered, but not quite bloodied. Get blue. Bless you.
Will assist
Bless you.
Rig again.
Rig is assisted. It's go. Xylea's right there, so they're all just gonna try and splash up, and you can see they're like, looks like these rainbow fish are just like flopping up onto the boat and just slapping and biting at Xylea. You obviously know they are not, and she knows it too. They are claw biting, frenzy, funness. But she has not sustained damage in this form.
Nope.
So, does a 15 hit Black Bear?
Yes, it does.
Black Bear then is going to take better 14 points of piercing damage.
He is critical.
Heard. That is it for them. Blute is up.
He will assist Rain.
Excellent. Rain, you are up with the assist.
Rain is going to tie a rope to Mist, because falling off this boat is probably a really bad idea.
Fair. Go ahead and give me sleight of hand or dexterity check, whichever is better for you. Probably the same.
Same thing. 18.
Absolutely. Very, very good. Very well tied off. Seems like you've got like a good hold on him. If you were to go over, you'd at least know that it might take more than just you to hold him, but you got a good hold on him. That's it then for Rain. As you work on that, Reek is up. Oh, you technically would have had advantage on that.
Yeah.
If you would like.
Drop 20.
Absolutely. And that 20?
Yeah.
That's even better. That's good. You're actually making it to where, like, you're kind of on the seats and kind of around yourself to where you're confident that now if you were to go over, you'd have like a really good hold on him. And the rope seems to be strong too. You use the good rope.
I would recommend tying it to the seats, not to yourself,
But
because I will
it's
drown you.
seats. It's right
Yeah.
on the seats that I'm holding on to. It's okay.
Yeah, like it's anchored to the boat and then you have a hold of it type of thing.
Just make sure that you're not. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to drag you. That's fine. Two attacks
Mist is the
without the
anchor
flurry.
for the boat.
Yeah, 2 hits
Absolutely.
for 7 and 7.
7-7. Absolutely. Putting some hurting in on him. Xylea is up. Now she Black Bear.
Black Bear attack hits for 8 points of damage.
Heard, give me that percentile.
It is a 55.
55. This one is bloody, which is good. Oh. And she turns into a gas. She casts gaseous form on herself. She's not concentrating on it, but it lasts for a minute. She's now a gaseous form in that space. That is it for Xylea. Mist, you're up.
You said that was it for Xylea. She's the mist.
Alright, Gibloot, you're up.
Acid splash for 3.
Uh,
Resist 3.
What's the dexterity on that? Does a 13 make it?
14.
They failed. So 3 damage.
Yeah.
Very good. And Gibloot is
Assisting Reek.
assist Reek. Right. They are up. The one thing that was bloody is now a gas, so that's cool. Rain, do you still have damage on you?
What?
They are frenzying, attacking you, but they are bloody. They're not as bulky as they appear to be, and they're actually like all sorts of underneath the ship, but the mini's just right there for shits and giggles. Same thing, they kind of leap up. Does a 21 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
It's alright. They're bloody, so they don't do as much damage. So how about, I say that and then I roll that, 11 points of piercing damage. Still up?
Yeah.
Awesome. 11 points of piercing damage, and that's it for them. Blue. Assisting Rain.
Definitely into
Or
critical.
drop a heal.
Blute can't direct heal. Blute is the one who would normally do the heals, but I have to command him to take actions. So I will. Blute will just assist Rain. Oh, here you go.
Assisting Rain. Rain, you are up.
Look at you.
Right.
You do have a second wind, right? As a bonus action?
I do actually.
If you wanted to. Since you've used your commanding strikes.
Because that one comes back every
Short rest.
encounter, every short rest.
Short
right?
rest,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, remember, I'm like a 4th edition healer.
Right.
I'm limited on certain things. So if you
You're
have
activating
something
people's
back every
surges.
action. You
Every-
keep that. Or if you get one every encounter, yeah.
Swayze is over here studying the DMG.
You should.
He's gonna swipe at them with the scimitar
Absolutely. You got attack with advantage.
with advantage.
Last ways,
Nat 20.
Absolutely.
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
you learning a lot.
Woohoo! We'll take those 20s. Fuck yeah. Go ahead and double your damage, and there are allies within 5, so you get your sneak attack. Be sure to double that as well.
Double that. Double damage.
Double the dice, add your modifier.
Oh boy. 8, 10, 11, and 3 is 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Huge old chunk out of him. Definitely well into bloodied. Almost critical.
And does his
Second wind.
second wind.
Absolutely. I believe that's what, D10 at fighter level?
I don't know.
Fighter level plus D10, yes. Okay, it was right there. Right there.
There it is.
So yeah, D10 plus 2.
Four points.
4 points.
Almost doubled my hit points too.
It's something.
Kirsoon is better.
But that's it for Rain. Reed is up.
Double attack.
Mm-hmm.
Attack and arm strike. Ooh, yeah. Lowest one was a 21.
Yeah, definitely hit. Hit for the bow.
And that's 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Perfect. Definitely critical.
And then just off the edge of the boat, just kicking and kind of flurrying around wildly. Not trying to get in the water, but just like as anything comes up over the water,
Just
booting
Give
it.
him the boot, yeah. Xylea is up. She's a gaseous form. Good for her. She
She'll
cannot
be
will
gaseous.
herself out. She's just sort of floating there, observing.
She's gonna float swipe.
Good. Very good float swipe. You see her float swiping. Mist, you're up.
I'm going to kill these things with acid.
That's it.
Dexterity saving throw. They fail again. Wow.
1 point of acid damage.
They've got good dex, but I keep rolling shit. 1 point. Amazing. Still critical.
Yeah, I did 1 point.
Could have been 2, huh?
Get loot.
And then I will bonus action command Geblut to heal. Geblut will heal you for. That's not what we're going for, but. Of course, that would be down there. So that's almost good. 7 points of healing.
Sweet.
Some points of healing. Hell yeah.
Drop it down there and it lands on the D4. I'm like,
Of course.
4 side up and like, of course.
Yep. Absolutely. That's how it works.
That counts.
But hey, my swarm gets another turn, so thank you. You have some damage on you?
Oh yeah.
Now it's bonus action, so he'll still action.
That's true.
To assist.
Assist, Reed.
Reed. Oh, who? I didn't chase the crit on that last one.
Oh, right.
I did it anyways.
But attack on you. Bloody Frenzy, which pretty sure that's a miss. 11.
That's a miss.
They miss you. Makes sense. They're bloody. It's less of them. They're having a hard time.
They're
Blute?
eating each other.
Pretty much.
Assist Rain.
Rain, you are up.
Rain will whack at him with the scimitar
Absolutely.
with advantage.
Mhm.
14.
Still a hit for sure.
Seven points of damage.
7 points?
8 points of damage.
8 points of
My
damage.
math is wrong. Yeah.
Good. 8 points of damage. They seize to frenzy as a majority of them just kind of like seem like they swim off into the water. And after about another, what would it be, 54 seconds, Xylea, as a bear, is back to standing in a fully corporeal form.
She'll go back to her normal form.
She will revert back to a halfling.
She's already so fucked up with that form anyways.
So she is now halfling. Again.
Yes.
Both you and Xylea are still coated in water, just covered. Smells nice. Smells like fresh rain almost.
Sure it does.
Looks like fresh water dripping off of you, but
Gross Air
feels
Force.
chunky on your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That gross Air Force, absolutely.
I think if Rabbit Boy grabs one oar and I grab the other, we each grab an oar and go twice as fast.
Yeah. Really try and push
Yeah.
on this one. Yeah, I'd say both of y'all can roll with advantage. So if you want to roll an advantage strength, and then if you want to roll an advantage strength, it's basically Xylea and Mist are just assisting you and just trying to push as fast as you can toward this island.
15.
18.
15 and 18, absolutely. Yeah, you get a good like double speed going, and you're kind of, and you feel it like perfect rowing for a while. You're like, okay, this is good, and you're cruising, yeah, at an increased pace. You're working harder, but you're definitely getting there faster. Not quite getting a short rest yet, but you do see the islands coming up faster. Dad, go and give me one more d20 as you approach the island.
12.
Absolutely.
11D. 12.
11d1.
12. 12 is better than other things. But you're approaching the island from a ways off.
I mean, you're not that far away. The ships, or the horses are still right there.
They are.
Might be like about 100 feet away from you at this point. And you can see very similar to the very edge of the trees that you were at. This island is fairly massive. Kind of spans at least 100 feet in both directions out on the water. And just these massive, like at least 10 foot to 15 foot diameter trees spread out through smaller underbrush, like really thick, lively looking ferns, bushes, and just plants that you think you've never seen in this area are growing in this area. You're like getting prairie wildflowers kind of sticking out in bushes in random places. Big old dragonflies.
I'm going to shoot a tree.
Yeah.
As soon as we get within 120 feet.
You're within. Absolutely. Go and give me an attack roll.
Anti-coagulant dart on it at AC 21.
Absolutely hits a tree. Give me damage.
2 points of necrotic damage.
2 points of necrotic
It's
damage.
incapable of healing.
Absolutely.
I'm just listen, and I wanted to, I'll just say like, listen and shoot it. And I want to see if there's any odd sounds or anything.
You shoot up, and you see, and these like almost looks like cotton. Cotton just kind of flows through the air. Just looks like a cloud of that shit, just up into the air and just lightly floats down to the ground.
It's probably the same like spore, nasty shit.
But it definitely made like a nice little wet like sound as these.
Same thing that the sounds
Pretty
that the
common.
trees made before.
Yeah, absolutely matches, dead on, perfect. And just, yeah, beautiful little scene of this cotton kind of floating. And it looks like it's drifting down with the wind.
Is there any indication of cotton on these trees before they get shot?
Nope.
No.
Absolutely
So you
not.
shoot bark and cotton
And cotton
explodes
pops
from
out.
it. Yeah. This illusion's trying.
Uh-huh. But you know, as you have, that something is not right.
This is
As you
at least
get...
that's solid.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
worried
You
that we're
hear
gonna
it
shoot.
go,
This is gonna
"Ow!"
go.
Yeah.
I just never hear the connection.
As you get closer, almost looks like this, maybe like massive turtle is like surfacing off in the distance, maybe about 80 feet away, just off the shore. Just, you like get the slight image of the back of this thing, but it also looks like it's kind of turning around. May have noticed you as it kind of dips under the water.
Oh God, roll for all you're worth.
Oh God, roll for all you're worth?
Yeah.
Go ahead, give me another strength check with advantage, both of you.
God damn it.
12.
11. Roll for all you're worth. That's slack.
That's all right.
Tired
That's okay.
of rowing.
That's okay.
Dex based. Riggs just like
Yeah.
he's sitting there. He's got his little freaking rabbit arms. He's just like.
You're approximately 40 feet away, and you're pushing, but you're not. You're tired just from the push that you had to get here, and you've taken that break to rest, and you're like, "Fuck, we shouldn't have rested. We should have just pushed." You're about 60 feet out from the edge of the shore.
Did we take a break to rest? I thought we just
No,
kept pushing.
no. But like, I mean, you're taking in the scene for a second, and then you're going to continue as you see this turtle in the water. Turtle in the lake, big ass turtle, snapping turtle in the lake.
We'll call it the turd. in the
Turd.
lake. Okay.
Hole. So we'll say.
Let's see what this thing actually is. So when it moves by, do I get any indication from Blute? Because he has blind sight.
Give me a perception from Blue.
He's in the front.
Yeah.
And perception, because that's something he's great at. Better than me, 14.
14.
13.
Yeah. Because it looks like this turtle seemed to make like a nice little like turn, and is like gaining speed towards you guys. As it gets closer, Blute can sense that it's more like surface of the water, and there's like hard ridge and maybe like another hard ridge towards its back and another hard ridge, like maybe it's almost like an upside down rib cage. Definitely not solid, not turtle, but that's going to be initiative.
Upside down rib cage.
Yep.
That's what I like to hear.
Sure.
So buttons. Oh, hey, there we go. We like that.
Do we?
Yeah, for you guys. You guys like that.
You think we can't roll lower?
I mean,
I don't know.
it'll be a challenge.
I'm gonna fuck up those low rolls right now.
All right, Rain, what'd you get?
26.
Fucking A right, dude. Reek,
Rig is on an 8 with his +6.
totally fine. Xylea,
1.
Wow.
she accepted the challenge.
I rolled a
Excellent.
1 and a 2. Yeah.
Mist,
Mist is on a 12.
12. Get Blute, and then Blute.
Is on a 17.
Fuck yeah, all right. So Rain, you are up as you see.
Technically, Blute is assisting him.
Yeah, and Blute would have been ready to go with
Yeah.
that.
I mean, he's constantly just giving the help action with the
Yeah.
constant stimulant if it affects it. It might have affected that swim though, but oh no, I guess
No.
I helped his swim.
As soon as he was up to to sense that blue would have been like coming around. Rain with advantage. You are up. Just want to double check. Oh, this is that. Oh, sorry, sweeties. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
He's like, dude, I was just chilling, sleeping on the DMG.
Literally was just laying on the book.
Right here in your way.
Come here.
Why are you going to step on me?
Hey, Space. Come up here, where you're not going to be getting stepped on, because you have a place to sit. It's not on the people's feet.
It's a skeletal waterborne bullet? What?
Well, it could be a skeletal bullet.
Skeletal something in the water, maybe.
Bullet turtle.
You don't know that. To you, it looks like it's this fucking huge turtle coming right at you. What do you want to do? You're up.
How far away is it?
It is currently 25 feet away.
Well, that means I'm going to have to shoot the longbow.
Absolutely. Do it.
Need some sort of assistance from him. 17.
17, that is a hit. Absolutely.
This. Throw it in the bag.
Nice.
Pick it up and roll it on the table.
It's in the bag. You don't have sneak. Oh, you do have sneak attack because you have advantage.
Yep. And 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage heard. Definitely looks like it sticks right into its shell. Yeah. Sticks solid damage. 13 points of damage. That is it for Rain for now, unless you want to. Well, you're out of your stuff because you haven't technically short rested yet.
Well, Blue will just continue to assist Rain.
Blue assisting Rain. Missed.
I will shoot this thing with an anticoagulant dart.
Absolutely. Anti-coag dart.
AC 18.
AC 18's a hit for sure.
It takes 3 points of necrotic damage, and if it is undead, it has disadvantage on its next attack.
3 points disadvantage on its next attack. Absolutely.
And I will
Get
block
it.
Vicious?
Gibluch will
Viciously?
not vicious.
Okay.
But
No.
the mocking still happens.
Okay.
Gibluch will move up and assist Reek.
Your blue assisting Reed. Reed is up. It is 25 feet away, which I believe is disadvantage dart range.
It is disadvantage dart range.
Could also be ready to do something. It's like that South Park episode. It's coming right for us.
Yeah, because I don't want to. He has 10 darts. I don't want to throw one of them into the water.
Yeah.
So he will ready to attack this thing when it gets in range.
Wow. Heard. It will come into range, so how about Reed, go ahead and give me an attack real quick.
With advantage. Yes. 14, 20, AC 20 for 5 points of damage.
AC 25 points of damage, heard.
Mhm.
And that's
Kills it.
bludgeoning damage, right?
Yeah, he kills it. It's murdering damage.
Five murders.
Yes,
right
that's
there.
bludgeoning damage.
5 points. Bludgeoning.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fucking cracks into it hard. Doesn't feel like a turtle shell. It kind of feels like bone. But, like, definitely feels it cave in. Like, when he hits it, it looks like the shell caves in. But he's also punching the shell and realizing that it's shoving the boat. The boat. Apparently, the boat.
How did that
Now he's
happen?
going to drag the boat off then and not tie it to.
Right.
So, buttons. Alright, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Advantage with. No.
Just
Well, I am giving you a help action. You can take that.
oh
if
wait,
you want
blue
instead
did
of
help you. Yeah, so you
the
can
attack.
I'll take it on this versus the attack. I did. 16.
Okay.
Celia got a 9. I got a 22, and Reek got a 22.
Alright, but Xylea failed. So Xylea,
She's gaseous.
No. She
was.
falls into the water, sploosh, and this thing here
This sploosh.
is going to
Swallow.
I wish.
Did you make his attack with disadvantage?
30. He did not hit the ship nearly as hard as he was swimming by. Nah, I'm pretty sure that still misses her though. Well, actually no. AC 15 on her.
That's gonna hit her. She's AC 11.
So, okay. So then she.
She is just very basic leather.
Yeah. She will take 13 points of piercing damage. Okay.
Can I borrow a marker?
Yeah,
Just since I can't adjust them.
Green.
Yeah.
Hoo-yah! That's it for it. Xylea is up. She's in the water. She's not grappled. She's just bitten by this thing. Now that she's under the water, she can tell this is just a giant shark skeleton. Lots of little small bones, but really large fishy bones behind it. Like kind of this rib cagey out exoshell. Massive teeth.
Cool. Really cool. Cool. She's going to turn into a giant spider and try to grab a hold of the side of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And then bite him.
She can do that easily enough.
Actually, she's going to start off by trying to web him.
Okay.
See if she can't make it have difficulty swimming. AC 11.
That is a miss.
Of course, because she's missed with her web every single time I've tried to web something. And then it's a recharge, so she'll just not do it ever again.
And then go ahead and roll me percentile.
How about a 59?
59. Okay. We have maybe like,
But not really.
Mostly.
A good portion of it.
Almost everything.
Well, I'd say I have maybe 50%.
Yeah.
we'll use this.
But I have stuff that works for everything.
There it is.
Daggers.
Now it's a water elemental, but it's small.
Oh, perfect.
Right there, under her control.
Heck yeah.
It's a small watermelon elemental is up.
On the elemental.
Slam attacks.
Just pull that up. Ella watermelon.
Water elemental. I've got large water elemental. I don't have a small water elemental.
It's effectively just 1d8. 1d8 plus 2 bludgeon damage. Instead of a large water elemental, it'll be half of it.
So it attacked for an AC 10.
It's a miss.
Perfect.
It's alright though. Oh, Rain. Rain, you are up.
Rain will attempt to hit it with a scimitar.
Yeah, it's definitely right there on next
So
to
I'll
the
use my
surface.
assist. This is straight.
Yes.
Then how about a 24?
Absolutely a hit, and there is an ally within 5 feet of it, so you get your sneak attack on.
That'll do. Oh, this is my scimitar. The right guy's out here. 12 points damage.
12 points of damage. It is staggered. for rain. Blute.
Assisting ring.
Mist.
I'm gonna hit this thing with an anticoagulant dart again.
Absolutely. Give me that tech.
Best option. AC 11.
AC 11's a miss. Kind of like plinks right off of its shell.
The shell.
Yeah.
Or just shoots and goes through the shell.
Yeah, you're like, where the fuck did that dart go? More like, yeah. Get blue. System Reeg.
Just gonna assist Reeg.
Heard. Reeg is up.
Just do his double attack on this thing. First one, here I'll do these ones are the advantage, and then the big one's for the by itself. Big one's a natural 20,
Nice.
and the little one is a 15 for 21.
Yep.
So the crit does 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage,
10 points of bludgeoning.
and then 8 points with the second attack.
Bloodied off the first hit, and then you said 8 on the second. And you can tell Reeg's like fucking this thing up. Like just pop, pop, and you hear it literally sounds like bones snapping. That's it for Reeg. It's go. It's gonna bite this Beither, which has all of its hit points.
Yeah, and he has that
That's good.
disadvantage thing.
And oh, he doesn't have disadvantage because you missed.
I missed him. That's not the point.
God, doesn't fucking. Well, does AC 14 hit the spider?
Good question. On the nose.
Oh wow! All right. Hit. Please. That's
Right, because she
9.
doesn't. I don't know if you ever did any heirloom stuff with her or not.
No, not other than just what the wild magic thing is. So that's 19 points of piercing damage.
Of course. That's critical. Brick.
Xylea's up.
Well, she's gonna bite the thing now, unless I get my web recharge, which I'm not gonna get. 'Cause 5, 6. Hey, I did get it.
Gonna try and web him.
Gonna try and web him again.
Web him up.
That is literally the same exact number I hit last time.
10.
Which
Which is a miss, unfortunately. That's it for Xylea. The elemental.
13.
13's a hit.
For 8 points of damage plus
Bludgeoning,
his,
right?
It's bludgeoning and it's 8 plus whatever his bonus is. On here it says plus 4. I don't know.
It'd be +2.
So 10 points of bludgeoning
10
damage.
points of bludgeoning. Definitely slams into it really hard. More bones cracking. And it looks like the elemental like disappears into the turtle for a moment. From your perspective. It's fucking weird. That's it for it. Rain, you are up.
It has its advantage again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
With the scimitar still close enough?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It hasn't moved.
22.
Gonna sit there and thrash into the water. 22 is definitely a hit. Give me that damage with a sneak attack.
With sneak attack. Looks like 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, heard. Good chunk out of him. That's it for that. Blute, assisting rain.
Yes.
Mist, you are up. Excuse me.
That's gonna hit AC 18.
Definitely a hit, yeah.
1 point of necrotic damage.
1 point, but disadvantage on its attacks. Get Blute, assisting
Assist
Reeg.
Reeg.
Reeg is up.
1 with advantage, 1 without.
Let's see, Reeg not killing this thing. Notice.
So 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, and 13.
Yep, both hit.
For 6 and 6.
Absolutely, it's 12, so 24 points of damage. And this thing, you see, he goes slam, slam, and it looks like it just sinks into the water. But you can see there are like these little like bubbles at the top of the water that seem to like almost looks like they come up and almost looks like they pop, but then it just sort of looks like the water rights itself as the turtle dissipates at the surface.
Yeah, it's
What's that?
Water elemental will help push the boat
Absolutely.
on the shore real hard and just get in there and start dragging it off.
Yep, easy enough to do. After a minute, it goes away, but it can absolutely help push it the rest of the way. Very good, very good. You are up on the shore. As you come up onto the shore, is she gonna stay spidered, or?
Yeah, she'll stay spider for now because she's injured in her normal form, so she'll stay in this form to kind of have that chance as we set up for a short rest on the shore now that we're here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Do some short resting. Heard.
Really focusing through Blooch and his blind sense, just trying to see if anything's sneaking up on us.
Just kind of flying through the area. Definitely. You are able to get your short rest, so feel free and spend your hit die appropriately. Rain, as you are kind of helping pull the boat up onto the shore and just kind of get ready to take your break, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
21.
Absolutely, okay. Just home from the night before. So, I missed asking you at the top of the day. Yeah, doing good. So it's all good.
Mm-hmm. Until I'm not.
Right, exactly. I mean, you're doing great. Doing great.
Sure. That's right.
We all know how you rolled on the ones before, but you're doing great.
Right now.
Right.
At this time.
It's
Just once.
just once at least. But that push, it definitely took you maybe about half a day. Not too bad.
Anything while I'm up?
Yeah. I'll take just whatever we got the most of, man.
Heard.
Thank you.
You want anything, John?
Do you have a Guinness?
I don't know if I have a Guinness out of porter.
I'll take a porter. Yeah.
Most of it, I guess, is that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, some melon. Thank you. Weird how this kind of looks like watermelon.
Weird.
In this lighting?
You mean in any lighting, it looks like watermelon?
Yeah, but like this lighting, it really looks like watermelon.
In the other lighting, it looked even more like watermelon because it was like bright glowing pink.
Oh my god. Hey. Look, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying I got half of my genes from someone else at this table.
It's just not. It's also not just the color, but it also has like giant watermelons on it, and then it says Major Melon on it.
Nobody said anything about reading, okay?
Detailed right there.
You didn't have.
Paying attention
If
to
you
detail.
didn't read, you could have noticed the watermelon shapes on it. If you didn't notice the shapes, you could have seen the coloration. You had several options.
Look, all I'm saying is my dad's colorblind.
Also,
True that.
But if you know anything about
fridge that you
genetics,
took
that
it
means
out-
that I'm not colorblind.
The other thing with that, though, too, is that the fridge you took it out of had normal lighting.
Grandma had to be the carrier of colorblindness for you to be colorblind.
Probably, yes.
I cannot be colorblind because you are colorblind. That's not how it works.
But you could be.
Could be in theory,
Could be still.
if my mom was a carrier.
Yes.
If I just blinded it.
Just true, yeah.
It would be color. If you're blind, you're also technically
You are
colorblind.
I'm immune to blindness.
Truly colorblind also at that point.
Yeah. You will not be able to see the difference between colors if you can't see
Oh,
it.
well, then
Therefore.
automatically I'm racist. Hi, Rumble. Sorry.
Grace.
Um,
I pet him and then I rub my face and
Oh, I
my
know.
eyes are so pissed off.
My eyes are just going nuts. Oh,
you are on the shore.
you said so.
We are on the shore.
On the
We
shore.
took a short rest.
Took a short rest.
on the short.
Nothing seems to be messing with you. Blute, Blute's
Except
kind of
for that
having a hard
constitution
time
shape
too. Blute can tell that what he sees and what he senses from echolocation are two different things. It's kind of fucking him up a little bit.
He's gonna he's gonna stop looking. He's gonna keep his eyes closed and just do echolocation.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want the contradicting
Yeah.
messages.
Yeah, if his eyes are open, he's all sorts of fucked up. But he, with the blind sense, knows a better idea of where things are at. For the most part, the bulkiness surrounding the ground, the trees in the area seem to be consistent with what you all were traveling through, only just in larger quantities.
Are there like humanoids getting pulled in the trees?
Some of them, there is that movement, yeah. But some of it does seem to be just like dead or dying plant life, or kind of putrid, poisony sorts of plants. Nothing that looks like sentient creatures, but consistent with corpses and just rotting plants.
Don't eat the rotting plants.
But to you guys, it's fucking gorgeous.
Don't eat anything.
It is
Right.
beautiful. Like I said, you're seeing wildflowers mixed around some of these trees. Just these beautiful, almost like redwood, oak, like just gorgeous, thick trunks, lavish leaves canopy up above you. Barely see the sky through some of the tops of the trees. Sunlight's kind of beaming through. Just beautiful.
Sorry, this is real.
Temperature feels great. It's not too cold, and for the fall, like it feels like a cool summer day.
Use a few of those around here.
But you can definitely hear there's like sludgy sound. You're getting a lot of sound maybe from the water, just like fish, bugs, things like that.
Oh, I've detonated the bomb I left on the cart.
Good. Low pal and high pal, dexterity save. Oh shit.
DC 32.
Oh, they failed.
It takes 72 D12 damage.
They're unconscious. Death saving throws.
They're also on fire.
Okay, well,
So at the beginning of the new round, they take fire damage. Just one failed death saving.
they both
Two.
are dead.
That's two.
But we already knew that.
No, melee attacks.
Oh, okay.
As you all are finishing your short rest, go ahead and give me perception checks on the two of you.
I feel better for short rest. What did I just miss?
6.
The 20 just laughs at me as it shows me an 8. 11.
6.
6.
I'm looking at what I can do to repair this boat.
Good, yeah. So you're just seeing just a wall of trees and underbrush and growth. Just
11. For
bugs.
sure, I'm concentrating on the lint in my navel.
Right. What you need to do to repair your boat.
Just seeing what damage has been done to it.
Usually takes about a ship repair. Go. If you have the materials, it's much easier. You don't really have that many materials with you. You don't have a whole lot of wood on you, do you? Try and maybe use some of the trees if you wanted, but it definitely looks like it would need some sort of patching up, and you could tell like some of the water is starting to seep into the boat a little bit. Nothing to slow you down.
Yeah, we gotta make it back, too.
Yeah. Most of the damage is on the outside of it, but it's kind of the outer shell of this rowboat is definitely diminished.
We could take some of the seeds out of it and fix it if need be.
Do you have any tools at all?
I have all the tools I need.
You are a tool.
Because we took a long rest, so during took a short rest. So during the short rest, I could do my tool for the job and form carpentry tools.
Absolutely. Go and give me a carpenter's
The thieves tools that I gave you
Mhm.
just dissolve into nothing. Sorry. No, I have carpenter's tools.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
All right. Okay, I'll go fuck myself.
So this is carpentry tools, and is it a normal repair? So strength-based carpentry tools.
That can be good.
I got a natural 20
You did.
for a total of 20.
Hey, but you got a natural fucking 20 though. That's impressive. Natural 20. What's your strength score?
10.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2d10 real quick.
2D.
2-2.
Have an 8 and a 4.
8 and 4, absolutely. 8 and a 4 make that. You've successfully patched up a majority of the damage to your rowboat. Like, some issues here and there, but using the wood and your carpenter's tools, you've pretty much undone what the swarms and this shark have done. If the shark had done anything. Mostly just seemed like the swarm. But yeah. Mostly. The rowboat is no longer staggered, it's scratched. But that'll take you, I mean, a good chunk of time. So maybe another like hour or two. During that time, it's your turn. Go ahead and give me a d20. Random encounters. Drop the 20.
10.
Amen. 10. Well, that doesn't happen because you're on the shore, so you're fine.
The sharks went by.
Yeah. You see another turtle kind of wading through the water.
Oh, I think the turtle.
Not a turtle.
I think it was
Definitely seems like it might be another sharkish,
Skeletal.
sharkish, massive turtle. And you're like, that's not fucking right. Like, there's no way this huge ass turtle is swimming around in this fucking lake. There's no way. There's no way. But it swims by. Just you watch it. It goes. It's starting to get closer towards sunset, but you're still maybe a couple hours off. Do you want to push further inland, sort of see what you can figure out here? You've made it to the island. You're not necessarily sure what else is going on.
I think that camp around the shore.
Might as well.
Camping on the shore.
Move in a little bit. About 50 feet off the shore at least.
Absolutely.
And if we're going to just call it for the night, that's fine because we can bring the boat in and spend time trying to fix up the boat the rest of the way.
Sure enough. yeah, the trees and everything. It's easy enough to drag your way and be 50 feet in and not even see the shore from your perspective. So you can definitely be like in a relative-ish clearing, surrounded by trees, pretty safe. About 50 feet-ish in. Oh, nice. There's like cold water, ice water, and then water, or rocky water.
Or stagnant, briny, disgusting water.
Yeah.
I think it's from Icewind Dale. It's like it's either in ice or on like rock tundra.
Will she take her short rest and halfling back up, or stay a spider?
At the end of her short rest, she has to become a halfling.
Okay.
She can spend a hit die though,
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
I don't know where her hit dice are because I can't see the thing. Is it D8 druid?
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Excellent.
So it's 1,
Plus her con modifier, which is great.
2, 3. 3 hit points. Brings you to the whopping 14 at the end of the short rest.
Good.
But we then take a longer rest, so she could technically spend another one if it's the second short rest.
Yep.
There we go.
There it
D8
is.
9, 10, which brings her to the 24, which is her cap.
Excellent. Very good.
How are you? Are you good? Did you take short rest?
I did the first one. Did I do a second one?
Yeah, you can definitely drop another one in a second. Is there anything you want to do?
It says automatically apply healing with dice result, but
Yeah, that's if you click one of those boxes. See the 2 hit dice? Or, well, you have 3 total. So choose. You can choose one of those to spend. So, like, click on the fighter, and then take a short rest, and it should roll. Hit confirm. And let's see where you're. Now, once you exit out, let's see what it says. Nope, it doesn't show it. Oh, it might not have rolling enabled on yours. Oh. Either way, you can roll D10 and add your con bonus. Yeah, and that's a milestone. 2 short rests on the shore.
freaking
Now a
one.
milestone.
Wow, +2.
It's okay. I want to play, get a feel for them at lower levels. I just need.
Need a milestone? You're very, very
Level
close.
5 is when I get double my intelligence bonus to heals, and that's going to be very important. Because then, like when I shot you, you got an extra 4. It would have been a lot more helpful.
Very good. As you set up camp, is there anything else that you would like to do?
I have Bloot and Kabloot kind of search the perimeter just a little bit, looking for anything,
Absolutely.
not going too far out.
Looking for herbs or just movement?
Bloot is going to look for movement, anything like that. Kabloot will be looking for herbs and stuff like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me perception from Bloot.
That is a 13.
Absolutely. Nothing other than just those small movements towards the base of the trees. But yeah, confident that there's nothing else over here. Geblu, give me a investigation. Yeah, that's not too bad. He finds 20 gold pieces worth of herbs to bring back to you.
Deal.
Rain, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
You just want me to feel this stuff, don't you?
Absolutely.
19.
Absolutely. That's fantastic.
Amazing. Normally, a chance like that, they will fuck my ass.
Yeah.
Wow. Right.
lake wasn't that big. That's the high paddle, low paddle.
I know.
We're right over there.
Just chilling. Took all day to get that far.
Oceans.
Right?
Perfect. Good. And I need to. All right. Good.
We take 40 points of damage.
Okay, I'm gonna die.
How would you like to set up watches? Just have Mist kind of watch you
Since
while
we
you
took
sleep?
some of like the planks to fix the exterior of the ship,
Huh?
the ship should be mostly empty.
Yeah.
So put some bedrolls in there and just have them kind of, the three of them just lay out in there. Two of them are small and him. And then
Cuddle sesh in the boat.
Right?
I can just kind of set up next to the ship, sitting on the edge of it. Have
Cute.
one guy on either side, one of the guys watching both ways.
Cuddle in the boat.
So what you're saying is you're gonna watch me sleep?
I'll watch you sleep.
Watch while you sleep.
Watch you sleep.
Say I'm listening to creep factor there, but thanks.
That's fine. I can watch you while you sleep. And by that I mean my pets, my companions will watch you while you sleep, and I will work on healing potion.
Something.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me your alchemy. Herbalism alchemy.
Uh, 19.
That's enough. You can get another basic. Just that standard one. Good. I will need Constitution saving throws. I need one from Rieg.
That is a 10.
Okay. And then I need one at disadvantage from Xylea.
Either a 2 or a 2. Which is a +2, so that's 4 or a 4.
Excellent. Okay. And then Rain, I need one from you at disadvantage.
Well, I see a deuce. What was this?
Constitution saving
That's
throw.
5.
Excellent. Good. Very good. So
You start dying.
Okay. I'm already started actually.
already started dying. That's not good.
Since my healing was insufficient to get me all the way up to full health, technically I'm dying.
I mean, yeah. But aren't we all?
Some way, shape, or form, yes. Yes, we
Oh, shit.
I can give you 3 vitality cubes before we rest and give you 3 more defense.
appreciate that. Like the minty goodness.
It's the 4 that I left at shore with them. And 3, now there's like 3 left over for you guys each to have.
Rain. As you're kind of waking up in the morning, you kind of hear skittering of bugs, as per usual, except you feel it. You have this feeling. There's like kind of these like centipedes or something crawling up on your shoulder, and you kind of like pull a little bit at your shirt, and you realize, oh, nothing's there. But then you kind of feel like maybe they're on the other side. So you're like pulling your shirt and you're checking, and you just have the crawlies. Like you can feel at all points in times at just random places on your body that there's something small insectoids crawling on you, and like you'll get the feeling on your hand, and you'll look at your hand, and nothing is there, but you can feel, and almost like you can sense your skin indenting. There are these bugs crawling on your body. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
13?
Yeah. You're realizing, like, this must just be the area. This isn't right. I'm not seeing anything happen. Like, you're pretty sure, like, it's just mind games. We've been in these woods for far too long. The blight is fucking shit up. So you're kind of writing it off at the moment, but the feeling is not going away. You'll kind of wake up, you'll eat your vitality cube, and yeah, you just have this horrible feeling. Like every now and then you get like an itch on your back, and you're just like, fuck me, dude. Like something's crawling on you at all points and times.
Mind games.
Take that information what you will. But the day is yours. What all would you guys like to do as your night passes by uneventfully?
So I've got bugs all over me now.
Right.
Well, that thing I feel like I do.
Right.
I'll make sure each of you has a healing potion. So I'm going to give each of them one healing potion if you want to add a healing potion onto your equipment. You should already have a base one, but you get another. Probably in your backpack. I feel like I already gave you one. Maybe I didn't give you one yet.
Oh, yeah, there is. Potion. So, what hell is it?
No, that was Pete.
Pete.
Okay, yeah, so you can just add a basic healing potion. And I'm going to give one to
It's
Rig,
so basic.
Xylea, Rig, and Rain.
Xylea, Rig, and Rain have basic healing potions.
They're just 2d4 plus 2.
2D. Freshly made.
Beginning of the day also get a 5. Should have checked what I got yesterday. I might have changed things. 5 is a flight potion.
Nice. That is keyed.
I'll give that to you. I'm going to give the. Did you not see it?
Nope.
If you go to add items, just type in heal.
Manage inventory, right?
Yeah, manage inventory, and then type in heal.
I did. And it only gives me supreme, amazing, or just like.
Should be basic somewhere.
Greater health, potion of healing superior. Potion of
Oh,
healing superior.
It's not a magic item.
Hit other gear. Because you're in potions and it's looking for magic items.
Okay.
Potion of healing. It's technically not a magic item. So it's that first one on the top there, potion of healing. It's standard equipment, so yeah. You'd think it would be under potion, because it's called potion of healing, but
Okay. Had to.
I don't make the rules. I just come up with them and write them on the wall.
Right?
Or what did I say? I don't make the rules. I just think of them, put them on the wall. Well, couldn't you change them? Yeah, but then I'd have to get up and take them off the wall.
That requires effort. Okay.
So,
But it's
what would you like to do? Travel onwards, yeah? Taking your boat with you?
So, A rowboat weighs 100 pounds.
Huh?
In case you want to carry it over land. So I don't mind if you guys carry it.
Oh, you'll let us?
We will let you carry it if you so desire.
We can also leave it here, and then if that hag thing that knows how to change dimensions comes along, she can just take it. And then we can swim through that water back.
Right, that'd be wonderful.
Which is
All of a sudden carrying it.
That's a
like
great idea. You can do that.
Right.
I feel like swimming probably not.
That's probably not a good idea.
Also, you guys can swim. I'll have to walk across the floor of this thing.
I can't. Where's my camera? Try and set it up as a good site for view for the audience. The audience, which I'm not caught up on, apparently. Oh, there's a lag.
It's small like you're dropping it out right now.
Something like.
That's actually pretty decent.
Where it's at? Or over?
I'd come 10 more feet towards you. And then 10 feet towards your dad. Unless you're going to go bigger. Yeah. Should be like spot on right there.
Kind of like that.
In theory.
Cool. Let me play with that.
I still have a delay, so I'm still waiting to see, but
Mm-hmm.
that's where I think it is.
Roughly.
Alright, here's what I'm saying. 10 feet towards you. 10 feet towards your dad. Yeah, that looks good.
Lift it out a little bit. That's what we come up with.
By the way, the audio is hag HUD.
Excellent. Very
This
good.
is-
Wonderful.
Sounds like a boiling cauldron. or
I mean,
something.
I don't know why it's a hag hut. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's not like you're heading in a direction. I don't know. I'm just going to pretend that that connects. Oh, I guess there we go. Kind of. A little bit-ish. Something like that. We'll do this. And maybe. No, I'm probably thinking too hard about it. Don't matter. Too much anyway. Like that. There we go. Kind of cool off. Direction a bit. Grossness. Drop some tree and cliff kind of gross stuff there. Straight into the water.
I want to turn around and go not that way.
Cool. Wisdom save.
Rocks fall.
That is a wisdom save of 12.
Oh, there we go. Fuck it. You fail, you die. I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. Cool.
My new character's not here, so I have to go somewhere else to find it.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Hey, there we go. That's better. Other way. I guess. So I'm just going to go
Island.
Yeah. There's definitely kind of like a little moatish thing surrounding water, but you know. I guess I was kind of right, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll play that. Landish. This one's kind of gross. Bubbled out island. Off into creepy land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of thickly trees and grossness over here.
Grown.
Further in these section just a little bit over. Cool.
And just because it was, I didn't realize how big you were gonna make it.
Yeah. You're carrying the ship with you? The boat? The rowboat?
Yep.
I feel like Reek technically could carry it by himself.
Probably.
Because his current weight carried is 9.5 pounds.
Yeah. That won't encumber him.
And he has enough carrying capacity.
Gonna drag it. You come up to a bridge, kind of passing over what looks like it's like crystal clear water, but there's a lot of like this moss. It's definitely stagnant water, but it still looks very clean, very fresh. But it is coated with this like what appears to be moss, like just this algae moss that seems to be thriving on the surface of this water. But this bridge kind of curves up and over this gross land, appears to reach out towards more solid, much more wide open clearing ahead of you. Big old like fallen over tree stump off to the left that has moss growing off the top of it, and you can actually see there's maybe like a set of cooking tools over on this log. There's a hut of sorts, very well crafted, beautiful wood, like very fine architecture for like log cabin. Looks like there might be like a stone, like brick corner in front of you that could serve as like the fireplace for this cabin. There's like a stone and wood thatch like fenced area off towards the left and in the back of this hut, and a path that sort of leads up to a door to the right of this building. A couple of trees kind of flanking this little path. On the way to that path, though, there is like a good chunk out of the ground, like a good 10-foot long hole-ish. Big old tree next to it, but it's, again, just beautiful in this area. And you can see that even though it's relatively start of the day, it appears that there are like fireflies just kind of all throughout the area, almost too far away to tell if they're actually fireflies, but just kind of fill the area, the peripheral of your vision.
Bullshit. I'm all with this. This is the worst part of it, everything we've seen. It's probably the amount of blood.
But what would you like to do as you approach?
I'm gonna go steal the cooking tools immediately.
Start heading
First
over
thing
there.
I'm gonna do.
Absolutely.
Straight to the tools. Whatever in my bag.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Start heading towards those. Rain, you want to follow in across?
Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
We could probably like set the ship off to the side in the bushes.
In the
there.
trees here. He's got a fast movement, so we can set it and still be up close. Yeah. As you approach the cooking tools, I would like both of you to go and give me perception checks.
8.
8.
It's really easy
Yeah.
if you just don't have modifiers. Because just whatever you roll,
Just
what you
roll,
get.
right, well,
Easy math.
mine's +3, so I still get an
Cooking tools. Yeah, this definitely just looks like kind of like a cut dip in the ground. Almost looks like the ground has been dug up here to like maybe start putting up another structure, or like put something like poles or more wood into the ground. You're not seeing the materials necessarily for that, but you're kind of seeing the prep that this hole that you're looking at appears to be the start of maybe a basement
grave or
structure.
something.
Yeah, very fine looking cooking cooking tools, just right there on the edge of that stump. But even with an 8, you hear as this door just kind of cracks open. There's this beautiful warm glow coming out from it.
Cooking tools. In the bag.
Grabbing the cooking tools? Absolutely.
What's the support thing?
Absolutely. You hear, coming from the doorway, there are many more gifts for you and your friends. You got my note. You've come a long way. Please, take all you need. Stay a while. I have much more to offer.
Are you responsible for this falsehood?
I'm not. I am trapped. I do not leave my home.
If you left your home, you wouldn't be trapped.
I cannot. The dangers are far too great. I am cursed, stuck. But you got my message. You got my gifts. And you come. What is it you seek? Just this disembodied voice coming from inside.
We are looking for a way to rid this land of blight. And part of that was coming here to investigate your letter and the information that you've given to us.
I see. Please, no need to be shy. I have the ability to offer answers. Blessings upon those brave enough to travel here. I will take you one at a time. I will answer any question you have and bestow upon you a blessing. All I ask in return is just a moment of your time. But it must be one at a time.
Everything on this island and the area around it is falsity, so nothing is real. I don't think we are at the center of this island. Are we? Would you say we're towards the center of this island? Okay. I feel like we are towards the center of this island, which puts us right in the center of whatever this reality is.
You say this out loud.
I would just, oh yeah, absolutely. I would assume that this then means that the creature in here is 100% responsible for everything that's happening in this area. The shark turtles, the little arm fish.
The blight was here long before me.
So you set up your home in the middle of blight. You moved to an island that was cursed and blighted. Set up a homestead and are now saying that you are cursed.
Or trapped.
The home was
Trapped.
here before I got here. I was ran out of my home, forced to come here.
Who are you?
I am the Lady Zima. Was the Lady Zima. Now I am an outcast. Now I am to be slain on sight. Because
I have your handkerchief.
you too.
Right? We have the Lady Zima's handkerchief. I was like, I know it's in here somewhere. I have notes of travels. I have the notes of her travels, and then I have embroidered silk handkerchief for the Lady Zima and a locket with a portrait in it.
Metal one, who fell from the sky, come to bring me favors. Please, step on in. Let us have a talk.
I don't remember ever falling from the sky.
I watched you. I watched you take the long walk north. I watched you take an act of mercy upon a small child.
Yeah, it wasn't mercy, just logic.
Yeah. You have a different name for it. So be it.
I will hand you the bag. This is the party treasure.
Take that.
And blue to ink, I believe, will both be on you. If you get that feeling of focus, join me.
Indeed.
And I will walk into the hut, because that's the smartest thing that I do.
There is no need to be afraid, traveler. The moment you turn the corner and step inside, beautiful log cabin, trinkets everywhere on the walls, very fine looking animal pelts, jars of like bubbling, like clear
Pus-filled
green
maggot
liquid,
crawling.
blue liquids, and there's a
Jars of
just a nice little like
vile blood and rot.
pot of soup in front of the fireplace, just kind of cooking up on this little fire. Tables laid out with what looks like just a nice set of cards, and an orb sits on the table across from you. And sitting across from you is going to go ahead and be our lovely ladies. And as soon as you cross into the threshold of the hut, the door, and there is a chair in front of you, and big old bear rug on the floor, and beautiful blonde hair, very kind of regal looking, looks like maybe a noble of the town, but just solemn, sad.
Does she look like anything in the locket? The locket had two children in it, or was it her?
It was her. It was her. But yeah, just this kind of somber woman, just sitting in a chair. Looks like just maybe knitting at her table, and just has it kind of resting in her lap.
I'll set the handkerchief on the desk next to me, and I will take the locket and throw it to her.
Just drops. She'll kind of reach down and pick it up and say, I've not seen this in many years.
Does anything happen to the handkerchief? I'm saying if like setting something on here, if like this glamour takes it over or anything.
Nope. It just looks like it sits perfectly on the table.
Sorry, and at this point too, I would definitely be attuned.
Of course.
To the monocle.
This entire area.
It's just
the shelves are lined with magic and
magic items, or is this whole thing an illusion?
Magic items, and there is a heavy illusion throughout this whole area. She says,
Is she under an illusion?
yes, absolutely. It is quite a task to have traversed your way through the woods to make it all the way here. You say you are looking for the cause of the blight. I have some insight into that. I can also offer protections against it if given the correct materials. I could create something that can help your companions. You seem to be more resilient to the blight. I could also give you answers whence you came. If you do not remember falling from the sky, I can tell you exactly where and what and who crafted you. I cannot leave here, but all I ask is just a little bit of your time. And you have plenty.
Just one of the luxuries that I have a lot of. I don't understand why you can't leave. I feel that the reason you can't leave is because your illusory magic has you set here. You are probably in league, if not direct control over the hags that have been trying to kill us. And because of that, because of everything, and because of the illusion magic that's not only yourself, but your hut and your island and your lake are under, I can't help but believe that anything you would tell me would be a lie.
I have no reason to lie to you, friend.
You have no reason to help me.
I have every reason to help you. You want the blight gone? I want the blight gone. Unpredictability is not a way for life to thrive. The volatile nature of wild magics. It's not anything even hags would ever want to deal with if I were one, which I am not.
Any insight on that?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a 6.
Does not seem to be a hag.
She's not a hag.
She's something else, not a hag. She seems to be telling the truth. Her story doesn't necessarily seem to be lining up. I have spent way too long as an enemy of the Lord Zima because he had an affair, bastardized my name, and as things often do happen, history is repeating itself right before his very eyes. I get to watch from a distance, but until that city comes to terms with its ruler and figures out that there's much better out there, I am not safe to go back home, and these woods are not safe for any lone traveler.
To be able to create a cure and a suitable laboratory and the devices, the concoctions that I will need to remove the blight from this land will require me to create a laboratory similar to the one in which I was created in. Do you know how I would go about getting my hands on a device such as that?
I do. I know where exactly you could get a device such as that. I know one that is waiting for you. All you must do is go and take it. In fact, it aligns with potential cause for the blight. That quest could be one and the same for you.
Where does this lie?
You're willing to give me a bit of your time for this information, yes?
Depends on what exactly it is that you are meaning. If you mean, am I willing to sit here with you and discuss, then yes. If you are asking for me to give you an actual, literal part of my longevity, then no, I do not offer this to you.
Then I cannot give you the answers you seek.
So you do wish to take time from my being,
Just a little bit. You wouldn't even
a
feel
bit of my life force.
Yes. And I don't even have to take it now. If you're so concerned about it,
It's not that I'm concerned about it, it's just that I don't know what you would do with it. I know what it would be that I would be doing with it. But I don't know how long I am to live. I don't know how you taking would affect that. As far as I know, I'm designed to live for 100 days, and I am quickly reaching the end of my life. So if you were to take moments from me, then that would be detrimental.
this is true. But to get such grand answers as you seek, sometimes they come even at a small price.
Yeah. I would need to know how exact your information would be. If you give me a riddle of some sort, it will not help. If you were to give me a precise location, and I'll set out like a map on the table of all the map I have. If you can give me a precise location as to where I can find a vessel such as the one I was created in, then not having to wander could save me days. At that point, it would be a fair trade.
I can give you the precise location.
Then I would be willing to make this trade with you. I realize my maps are all over here. Fancy chair. I'm not seeing
What languages do you speak?
Common and primordial.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see here.
Setting
D4.
just gonna steal years off me.
All right. Yeah. She reaches out, her hands in front of you as you set the map down on the table next to you. She stands up and very lightly walks towards you. She appears to be middle-aged, but she just seems weathered. like I said, just sort of solemn, downtrodden. But when you've come to this agreement, her eyes do kind of lighten up a little bit. She approaches you, and she has like a handful of something. Kind of looks like more sewing needles, just in the palm of her hand, lightly grabbed. And she'll reach out her hand towards you. And she'll say, "If I may, take my hand, please. Hold it briefly."
Okay, I was literally going for the surgical equipment.
Yeah.
But-
And she clasps your hand, and she says in primordial, this light chant of, "This being is wandering. This being is wandering. He seeks his birthplace. He seeks his future. Tell me where it lies." She tosses the needles up into the air, and they all scatter, and as they land, they hit the map, and they all come together, except for one very, very specific point, where one lands sticking straight up and down. Directly in the center of that point. And she says, after she chants that and the needles have pulsed in, give me an insight real quick.
15.
15. Yeah. You feel as though this moment took like an eternity. Like the needles were like suspended in the air. And you felt like this whole moment lasted days and days and days. And you slow motion just felt and watched every single needle collide with the map and coalesce on this one spot. And once she lets go, it feels like you're back in that same moment. She says, "Excellent. And so you have your answer." And she goes and she plucks the needle out of the map, and your map seems to have ink, and over top of that, all it says is home, and just the faintest, like, blue glow. She says, "It is yours for the taking. Approximately, 3-4 days travel from where you are now. Not even a full day if you travel right from Partisun. You are free to go. The blight can be solved on your way." And she takes a couple steps back and sits back down. And she gestures at the door, and it opens up. The whole time that this is happening, you hear speaking from inside, you hear Mist's voice. For a brief moment, the air in this space turned cold, and it seemed like all the lightning bugs that are kind of taking over this area went dark, and everything just went shady. And after like this split second of you're like, something's off, it feels warm again. Everything goes back to the way it was. A moment later, the door opens, and you see the back of Mist kind of standing there.
Is that it?
That is it. Your other friends, if you wish to discuss what they might need or want, obviously you can influence them, but it can also be their opportunity, much like you have done, to gain or discover something about themselves.
If I return, do we make more trades, or is this the extent of your magic? Have you taken from me what you can?
I have other means of blessing. I can do other things for you. This is the greatest blessing I can bestow for now. A lot of time needs to pass before my magics can affect you again.
You said you could answer a question and you could bestow blessings, but you can't do both. It's one or the other.
I can do both. Are you looking for some other form of aid?
I am interested in enhancing some of my alchemical capabilities to keep the experiments I travel with functioning. If you have any information on how I can do any of that, I would be interested. Any blessings on how I could better do that, I would be interested.
The second scroll on the shelf to your right, just above the table, you see this lined up in the wall and just piles of these scrolls. Second scroll there, red ribbon. That right there will allow you to imbue your companions with stronger life force. Takes a day and a good interpretation of the readings to accurately craft these functions into your creatures, but it should be sufficient. This blessing I give to you freely.
Okay. I will take that. I'm just marking it as a map or scroll case. I'm going to call it the blessing case, or blessing scroll. Which I will then try to do. I'm guessing it's glowing magic in some way.
Yes.
Do I know what magic it has in it?
It should be.
Transmutation.
It's either transmutation or I feel like it's evocation. Let me see. Usually helps if I spell it correctly, huh? No. It would be abjuration. Powerful abjuration.
A Murat ion or abjuration?
Abjuration.
I don't know why. It's like a merit ion. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Cool. I will walk out. And walk over. She can answer questions for you. From what I know, it just takes. She would need to drain a portion of your life force. You seem to not be suffering, but I also don't age the same way that those of you do. So I don't know what portion of that she would take, but she also gave me something for free. I'm guessing that it's either cursed or that I'm in trouble for taking it. As you taught me on early on, people like things or stuff. They carry their own value. But feel free.
So you have an idea of how to get rid of the blight?
She may have just lied to me, but I may have found a location in which we could get our hands on something that would greatly help our ability to navigate and experiment within curing the blight. And this scroll will help to make you all more sustainable as we mentioned to the blight. As far as a cure for it, more so she helped me with answers on how to find the tools to cure the blight rather than direct curing of it. I was hoping to be able to ask multiple questions, but I can only ask one. She took some needles and one of them stuck into the mat.
What would be another question that you would like to have asked?
My problem is I feel that if I knew the correct answers or the correct questions to answer or ask, I would already know the answers. I'm just I can find out the answers I search for. I don't know what you search for. If you're willing to trade your time for an answer.
I'm looking for a cure for the blight, so from where I was sent, that's my job. If it costs me a life or my life or a part thereof, then I'm willing to take that.
I believe that it's days or perhaps months, even years, that she drains. I have no way of knowing how much I aged, because I don't do it the same way you do. My thought, though, is that if I spent weeks and months searching for that which I look for, then in the process I would end up wasting more time. So it was a simple trade. So I would ask something that you would find might take a long time for you to understand.
Would definitely put in blessing and then change it to belling.
Belling. Rain, what would you like to do?
You don't go up. Go ahead.
Walk on in. Are you keeping Blute on him? Or no?
Yeah, if I can. He's just kind of tucked in and just like tucked into kind of his shirt, just like peeping around, looking around. And I will absolutely be trying to see what I'm seeing with his blind sense.
Go ahead and just give me a stealth check just for shits and giggles.
From Blute.
Yeah.
Blute has an amazing stealth. 16.
Yeah, absolutely. Does not seem to notice. Rain, same thing. You walk in, you see the warm interior, beautiful blonde woman sitting at a table across from you. Pretty dark skin, but very much noble colors. Just again, solemn expression. Just kind of sitting, waiting. She's got her fingers crossed and just sort of looking over at you. As soon as you step in, the door closes up behind you and you hear. She says, yes. I was hoping you would come. I couldn't tell but over here that you have a lot to offer. I have a lot to give. One question. The answer. And all I ask is a little bit of your time.
Define a little bit.
Depends on the question you ask. Something that your metal friend asked costs a lot of time, but he has a lot to give. Depending on the severity of your question, I can take but this moment of time from you a later date, when it would be less impactful to you. I would come to you. It would be merciful. But one day that day will come, depending on the severity of your question.
You'd do that, wouldn't you? Today! I do for you this
I can't tell you how long. This day,
I'll do it for you.
I do for
Someday, I'll come to you and ask you a favor.
And you kill her. So you can do it later. When you if I'm powerful enough to kill her.
This is a proud dad moment right here, dude. Hell yeah.
In case any of you were wondering, that's a long-going gag.
Yep.
I can ask one question. Yes. She sucks the tongue out of him.
Yes.
You notice? Well, you put that. That was a statement.
Right. Yeah. No, she seems to be honoring her word. Doesn't seem like she's trying to pull a fast one, get you to ask some random bullshit. No.
How does she register under blind sense?
Under blind sense, she still registers as her like upright form, but
Maybe a hag nose, a boil.
not really actually. Wrinkly skin.
The sexy hag.
Definitely, yeah, wrinkly skin, but not decrepit, not elongated nails, not crazy wispy hair behind her. Like, seems like whatever illusory form is on her is aiding to kind of keep her look youthful rather than shield the complete visage of what would normally be a hag. She is definitely medium size, but just blind sense, the longer Gibloot focuses, the more he can tell, like, the weariness in her, and especially from her breathing, registers as someone who is much older.
What you got?
Oh. Can't formulate a good question here.
I am no Djinn. I am no devil. I wish only to aid, but only for a moment of your time. I will try to help you to the best of my ability. If you agree to those terms.
You know, she probably told me where something is that moves at a speed of like 250 miles per day, which is a lot more than our 30 that we move. So by the time we could go there, it could be
Fucking gone. She told you, pretty sure she told you that it was
where we
stationary.
could get it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's 3 days travel here. So I'm like, does that mean we have to travel 3 days there right now?
Right now to get
Is that
there
where it
when
is
it's
now?
there?
Is it
Yeah. I mean, any clarification, but you didn't ask.
It's clear. Well, I didn't think about that.
Much like you were just like, hey kid, how you feeling? Not good? Murdered.
Well, it's like, here's a vitality cube. Oh, the vitality cube is acting with you poorly because you're dying to the blight. Murdered.
Yes. I like, hey, any last words? Anything you want to say to your family? Where are you from, kid? Nice. Let me just end this.
And I was like, well, you're dying. I don't know how to fix you
It looks painful.
in one way, but I do know one way to fix you in the other way.
This is a failed experiment.
You are done. Failed experiment done.
Can you describe for me the details of the entity or entities and where they are that have created this block?
I certainly can. Is this the question that you wish to ask?
Yes.
Absolutely. What languages do you speak? Common Elven.
Common Elven Thief Camp. It's just kind of a long ways around.
Are you perceiving through Blute?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I rolled the same number. In Primordial, as she reaches behind her, she grabs this orb, holds it out in front of her in the room, and as she kind of holds it and swirls one hand around it, she lets go of it and it levitates in the air. And as she does, these strings of silvery light are kind of connected to that and to her fingers. She stares into it, and the whole room kind of goes dark, other than this like starlight, silvery glow from these strands. And in Primordial, she says,
You're just talking gibberish. I hear nothing.
yes, but blue tears and mist tears. We must see and know in great
She's gonna-
detail.
It's no good if I cannot understand what it is you're saying.
Give me a persuasion check.
8.
As she's chanting in Primordial, she holds one finger up to you and continues to
I know. Rock on, dude! Fuck yeah!
It's the polite pinky.
Oh.
One finger up. Continues to chant in some form of gibberish. Do what you will. In great.
Cast a spell.
Fucking gibberish doesn't help me a damn bit.
Like you watch, like he, because it like anything has a semantic component, a lot of them have like gibberish type stuff to them. So you see like high power, low power, probably when they cast a spell, they like.
Yeah. Sorry. You've seen him fucking corpse bomb things, and you've heard like Gaturashka, and just you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, she continues chanting in great detail. The entities, beings responsible for the blight when it was and as it is currently, and the location. An orb glows and glows and glows in the silvery light until you are no longer standing in this room by your perception. Blute can perceive things are lightly levitating off of the shelves, and everything kind of seems to pause in midair, including her hair and the orb. Everything just sort of stops in this space. But you are standing roughly 10 feet in front of her. This orb's between you both, and you are surrounded by these tentacle-faced beings and creatures, and they are lifting up vials and tools and just chucking things behind them. And blurred behind them appears to be maybe kind of darkened caves on one side, and this maybe like blended wood on another, like finely carved but smoothed over from this blur. And the creatures that kind of pass into your vision are alien-like in nature. Flat heads, again, tentacle-like faces that just sort of writhe out, and some of them are holding onto books and flipping through pages. And
Mind flayers?
one of them drops the book, and as it collides into the ground, you realize that you are standing suspended in midair, and you're looking down and you see a massive crater and this tiny, fine little black orb that's just sucking in light. And one of these creatures approaches it and is chanting something in a language that you don't understand. And he produces from like a bag on his side this jar. Looks like it's got maybe some moss or plant life in it. And as he chants at this orb, you can see there's this like dark glow enters into the jar, and this plant life seems to blacken over and grow into this jagged, pointy switch that just starts dripping this mucousy, kind of silvery liquid. And a couple more tentacle figures kind of approach from the periphery. One of them seems to be holding maybe like a bound up, wrapped up corpse, and as they approach each other and they watch this happen to this plant, their tentacles kind of writhe. It all kind of seems like they kind of get a little cheery. If you can imagine these tentacle creatures kind of doing like a "we've done it" type vibe, it's what you get. And the silvery light flashes away, and instead of realizing that you're in a different space, it feels like you're being pulled out of a cave, out from some wooden shelter, out from the mountains, and you feel yourself being thrust away from maybe the south as you realize you're being ripped back into the island, and all of a sudden you're standing exactly where you are, and you kind of give a jolt like oh, and you can catch your breath. You don't realize you were holding it for so long, and your breath is accelerated, and the silvery light, as soon as you realize what's happening, she's just holding on to the orb, and she places it down behind her, and is just staring face to face with you. She says, "You have your pretty precise location, as well as the beings responsible. If I may offer a bit of my own knowledge to aid you, these creatures are aberrations from the far realm. They do not belong on the material plane. They have been hunting creatures, wayward travelers, families from other planes of existence, siphoning their life, plaguing these other planes, their homelands, and chasing whatever survivors they can to the material plane. After the great war between the gods and the titans, when the blight first happened, an artifact was said to have been lost. Great, great destruction. These creatures have found it. They channel their forbidden magics through it to continue the blight upon the land. These creatures
What are
attack
these
your mind.
creatures called other than these creatures?
Illithids is the most common name, but there are many forms of them. Brains in jars, even. Walking brains. They devour the intellects and minds of other creatures, and through that become powerful, gain knowledge themselves, and they can use this to create servants, to basically trick any other creatures into falling into their traps to gain more knowledge. They're mostly just hungry, devouring creatures. The most fearsome of which that some in your party that you have left behind have had run-ins with. They are more commonly referred to as mind flayers. That is all the knowledge that I have after what we saw.
Thank you.
She will approach you with her hand out and say, "Thank you for coming here."
Be gentle.
Grabs a hold of you. You don't feel anything except a burning sensation in your hand. And as you turn your hand over, it looks like the heart-shaped locket that you found her picture in. Just kind of tattooed on your skin. Doesn't even look like it's burned or etched. It's just a tattoo of a heart-shaped locket.
I can get rid of that. Start at the elbow.
Right? Gone.
And as that happens, you kind of get some goosebumps and your hair stands up on end. She says, as I said, merciful in time. I wish you all the success on your quest. Would you care for a blessing on your way out as well?
Yes.
I am generous. The first scroll on that shelf, and she points to the one, and you can see there's one missing from this shelf. It's just the one with the blue ribbon. That will help you realize and unlock the martial prowess in your training that you may have avoided previously. If you are interested in that, I feel it is a path that could have aided you in getting here and is certain to aid you in your quest.
Thank you. You go pick up scroll.
A few days worth of studying on that. You will be just as strong as any other soldier you would encounter. And then some.
Thank
And
you.
she gestures towards the door.
He walks on out the door.
Takes a step out.
He doesn't look older because he has a tattoo and stuff.
Absolutely. As you approach, if there's anything you would like to say or converse about, but it is 9:05,
True.
and we can call it there if we wish.
I'm gonna set her head on
You can certainly try.
fire. I cast hot fire.
Hut on fire.
No save, so I mean, I don't know what you're doing.
It's a hut. Therefore, it's on fire.
Are you sure it's a hut?
That's a good point.
You don't know what you're walking into, literally.
My sense have rough feeling. See some of the misery.
You have an idea of the framework.
I get the walls. Fine, I'll cast burn that. As long as it's that, then we're good. That is that.
I feel like, just for the opportunity for potentially Xylea to go in and have a conversation with the Lady Zima and potentially Rig.
I don't remember how
I don't
long
think he'll be here next
He's in
week.
Munich right now.
Yeah, he's gone for like a month, I think, or something like
Is it a
that.
full month?
I think so.
I thought this one was going to be a short trip.
Oh yeah, this is the short trip. He'll have one long trip after that. Right.
He had a long trip that got delayed, and then he has one short trip,
Yeah.
and so I mean, and
Potentially.
he's supposed to be back for a while, so potentially.
Potentially might have Rig back. Potentially might have Xylea, and then fuck all out there. But something happened with him on the first night, so don't worry about that.
So he dies. If our horses are dead,
Gonna be undead like he is.
I literally traded potentially years of my life for what I could have possibly got with a good perception check, getting away from where it supposedly is.
You know, as you guys were taking a tour around a castle, you might have had a good perception check and seen some shit like this, but yes.
I know. Instead, we were just like, two?
Ilfid on the mountains to the south.
Did he have a good location on there? Did he get a feel for which?
Feels like you came from the mountains directly behind / next to Partisan.
All of this bullshit's going on right there.
It was like you were ripped from that space, from that area. Like you saw everything pretty perfectly, but it was going fast from you.
So we gotta, I don't want to go back there.
It says where this light is probably attached to him in some way.
Property Silas' fault. I say we go back and murder everybody in that town. And then see what happens from there.
That's a good place to start, I guess.
Go to the place with the blood cult protecting it.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I like a challenge.
That's a challenge. That's ambitious.
Ambitious.
But yeah, I feel like it's a good stopping point. So we'll go ahead and call Weave-Blight there, as they're definitely not talking to a hag or any being of that sort, but instead a lost woman in a very nice hut in the middle of a lake on an island in her own little
Beautiful
space.
island.
Beautiful out there.
Bullshit.
It's all fake.
Nothing wrong in this space
I don't think
whatsoever.
anybody-
And we've got a
Trusted.
couple deals made already, which is excellent.
Scroll. Oh, it's gonna burn.
Got a couple good scrolls for you.
I would like to start trying to figure out what this scroll is,
Yeah.
if I can, while we let Xylia go in and experiment.
Absolutely.
And read get all that.
Just immediately start reading, trying to get some answers.
Yeah.
Heard?
Yeah, cool. I will go shut everything off.
Sweet.
Sorry for the delay. We had internet issues, as you could tell at the beginning of the stream, how news or everything was just like, oh, hey, I'm your personal assistant that you've already set up years ago.
You know. Thanks for tuning in to Weave-Blight. Tune in tomorrow for Oceanbound, as the party is in Drakengard having some upgrades made to their ship.
Make it messy.
See you then.